Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please, come on, like and subscribe. It really helps, you know. Anyway, tonight I want to talk about Lucy Letby, who I believe, from what I've been reading and what I've been studying, she may very well be the victim of a witch hunt. And by a witch hunt, I'm going to tell you a little few examples about this from my own personal experience of what happens. But let's first of all get into Lucy Letby. I mean, she's been found guilty of murdering 16 children, I believe. On what evidence? Well, evidence that was, I believe, circumspect. One of the individuals giving evidence against her had been having sexual relationships with Lucy Letby, one of the senior medical staff who had been persuading her, believe this or not, and I'll put a link down below to this so you can see that there's been quite an academic study into this, and you'll be able to watch that. The link is down there, so do please have a look at that. Yeah, because one of the senior medical practitioners was having a sexual relationship with her and persuading Lucy Letby to go on duty minus her underwear so that they could have an intimate encounter in the restroom or in the toilets or whatever he felt like. And that individual gave evidence against her. Was a married man, by the way, and I believe he was bringing discredit upon Lucy Letby. And basically, all the evidence was circumspect. It was all based on perhaps she did that, perhaps she didn't do that. You have a look at that and you make your mind up what you think about the Lucy Letby evidence. The link is down there, folks. Have a look. My personal belief is that there's going to be a major appeal and that she will be released pending the appeal. Seriously, it's that serious. I believe so anyway. But we've got to trust in the courts. The only problem is when the courts are being misled, deliberately misled. I want all the people who have been around a bit to cast their mind back perhaps 25 years to when the Grand National was being run at Aintree, at the racecourse at Aintree, and it didn't run because there was a fault with the starting mechanism. Who got the blame? The most junior official right down the track. They blamed him. That's what they do. That's what the system does. Scapegoating. That's what happens. It happened to me. I was at the Scrubs and reported various misdemeanours by senior members of staff, quite senior members of staff as well, governors, senior clerics, interfering with the inmates, buggering them in the cells, etc., requiring the innocent young, relatively innocent young men, prisoners, to fillet them. And of course, when I made reports, there was indeed a police inquiry. But the police inquiry was not into the people that I had reported. The police inquiry was into me. They were trying to formulate a case against me so that I could be prosecuted. Didn't happen because they couldn't find a damn thing. But believe me, very senior members of the Criminal Investigation Department of Scotland Yard attended Wormwood Scrubs and interviewed perhaps 20 or so inmates who were familiar to me, but they had no bad reports, nothing to say I was corrupt or in any way interfering with them inappropriately. I was just doing my job. But the problem is, when you're doing your job and somebody's got to go, it's going to be the most junior person they can lay their hands on. And in my case, I was relatively junior. I'd only been in the job about 6 months. But it didn't take me very long to realise that what was happening was an absolute abuse. And so I did my duty and reported it, in writing, with my name on it, signed by me, and handed it in to the number one chief officer at Wormwood Scrubs, who, in his wisdom, decided to have me investigated. I know why. I mean, people have asked me, well, how do you know that these people were members of the Brotherhood of the Freemasons? Well, they were, because once every month or so, they would meet in the staff club outside the main gates of Wormwood Scrubs, and they'd be dressed up in their evening dress. And I didn't know who they were at the start. I said, who are these people, you know? I said, they're the Masons. They're going off to the meetings. They're going off to the lodge. Seriously. So you knew who they were. That's how I knew. And, of course, that kind of thing followed me around through the system. And when they couldn't deal with me through the police, they sent a gang of thugs to beat me up. That didn't work either. I hospitalised them. And what happened then? Well, they formulated a charge against me and put me in the Crown Court. And that didn't work, because the jury believed exactly what I said. You can't have three big men, 6 foot, 6'2", coming across a bar with glasses in their hands saying they're going to kill you, and you don't do anything about it. You've got to do something about it. Took me about 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Bang, bang, bang. That's how it works, you see. And I would have been the victim of their little conspiracy, because that's basically what it was. They decided that I was the Wicked Witch of the West, and they were going to deal with me in the way, time-honoured fashion, stitch me up and sail me down the river. I believe what had been happening with Lucy Letby was that the hospital itself was failing, and that there were serious problems in the unit where she was working, and because she was one of the most junior members of staff, somebody had to get the blame, and so Lucy Letby. But to do that to a young lady and give her 16 life sentences, all to cover your own arse, how disgraceful is that? Anyway, please don't just take my word for it. Have a look at the link down below. Watch that. It was a witch hunt. And if it had been a few hundred years ago, she would have likely have been burnt at the stake. It's that time of day, folks. Tales from the jails. John G. Sutton. Here we go. You're running for the hills now. I had some comments. Was it Larry the Goat Herd from Rotherham said he compared my singing to a dog trying to emulate a cat. Well, I've got a dog. It's called Toto, my little pet dog. It's a Shih Tzu. She's been here all afternoon snoring. That's what she does. Snore. Great little dog. So anyway, it's that time of day. I'm going to sing you a song now, folks. And please do like and subscribe. And leave me some comments. I like the comments. First Tuesday in March, we're going to have a live broadcast here at 7 p.m. This is a song originally by Tom Waits, also recorded by Rod Stewart. But I'm going to sing you the Tom Waits version by me. Yeah, so stand by for action. This is Downtown Train. Outside another yellow moon has punched a hole in the night time, yeah. I climb through the window and down to the street. I'm shining like a new dime. The downtown trains are full with all those Brooklyn girls. They try so hard to break out of their little worlds. You wave your hand and they scatter like crows. They have nothing that will ever capture your heart. They're just thorns without the rose. Be careful of them in the dark. Or if I was the one you choose to be your only one. Oh, baby, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Will I see you tonight on a downtown train? Every night it's just the same. You leave me lonely. I know your windows and I know it's late. I know your stairs and your doorway. I walk down your street and past your gate. I stand by the light at the four-way. You watch 'em as they fall. Oh, baby, they all have heart attacks. They stay at the carnival, but they'll never win you back. Will I see you tonight on a downtown train? Every night it's just the same. Oh, baby, will I see you tonight on a downtown train? All my dreams just fall like rain. Oh, baby, on a downtown train. There you go. Downtown Train was originally recorded and written by the brilliant Tom Waits. This is Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton.